Since LeBron James is so close to setting a new record for the most points scored in a career, many NBA fans want to know who the top scorers of all time are. Well, you don't have to keep looking, because today we'll show you the top 10 scorers in NBA history. How many will you answer correctly? Before we get into the list though, let's take a look at a few historical figures in basketball who were, at one point or another, considered among the game's all-time great scorers. Top scorers in the NBA often include former NBA champions and all-stars. However, the league's top performers weren't all known for their scoring prowess alone. There were many people in the position of the players. Wilt Chamberlain, soon to be a member of the Basketball Hall of Fame, spent nearly 2 decades as the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Any player who scored 100 points in a game did so for the first time, and set a standard that would be difficult to surpass for quite some time. That is, until 1969, when Lou Alcindor entered the league and immediately began making his own distinct, well-recognized imprint. The NBA scoring title belonged to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Los Angeles Lakers were both teams he played for. To complete this task took 15 years in the NBA. He became the all-time leading scorer in April of 1984, surpassing Wilt Chamberlain in the process. He led for a total of 5 years, and his final point total was 38,387. There have been a lot of high-scoring players in NBA history. Just a few athletes in the past 7 decades have maintained their level of play for more than a few seasons. 10. Moses Malone. Even though he was mostly known as a center, Moses Malone scored an extremely high level in the NBA. This was due to his exceptional ability to secure offensive boards. Currently playing for the 76ers, but formerly the Rockets, this player ranks in the top 4 all-time and in a single game for offensive rebounds scored. One may argue that all it took to crack the top 10 of the NBA's all-time scoring list was a couple offensive rebounds and a layup when given the chance. This is a popular interpretation of the sentence. 9. Melo Anthony Carmelo. Many people doubted Carmelo Anthony's abilities and claimed that he didn't put in enough effort defensively. However, he'll be best known as a powerful half-court scorer for his team and the league. It didn't matter where in the court he was. He could pull up and make jump shots, or post up and employ a number of moves to score swiftly. The 2 outcomes were both possible goals for him. Only Carmelo Anthony possessed such a diverse set of abilities among his peers in the NBA. 8. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal had a 20-year career in the NBA that was a highlight reel for the whole league. No player in NBA history, even the Diesel, outworked his opponents as relentlessly as he did in the paint. His excellent touch and athleticism allowed him to dominate the post for the Magic, the Lakers, and the Heat, despite the fact that he was never a decent jumper. If he hadn't made 58% of his free throws over the course of his career, who knows where he'd be on the list. 7. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain has been on there since the start. In addition to being the finest player ever, he also led the way as a pioneer and innovator of the sport. Every year he played for 9 years, he was selected for the All-Star squad because his scoring average was over 30 points per game. After college, he spent 16 years as a professional NBA player. He set an all-time record with 50.4% shooting and 50.4 points per game in 80 contests during the 1961 to 1962 season. 6. Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki is the NBA player who has done the most to popularize basketball around the world. Furthermore, they were justified in their beliefs. The German dribbler was as swift as Moses Malone and as precise as Larry Bird. If he was in the zone, nobody could defend against his fadeaway jump shot. What Dirk Nowitzki brought to the table was revolutionary. Because of him, 7-footers like Kevin Durant and 7-footers like Nikola Jokic, who were also capable of making 3-pointers, have a shot at the NBA's highest levels. 5. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is widely regarded as the game's greatest player in the NBA. He is an intense competitor, a born leader, and a prolific scorer. Moreover, he is a ferocious protector. But he was more than just a prolific scorer. He also excelled in the highest stakes competitions and environments. The famous Chicago Bulls player was the best in the NBA and the team's all-time leading scorer. 4. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's 81 points in 2006 were considered a masterpiece by many, despite the fact that Wilt Chamberlain once scored 100 points in an NBA game. He proved he has a wide range of offensive skills. He was an outstanding sportsman who had already taken home 5 titles. Anything he wanted to accomplish on the court, he could. He improved as the game progressed and became a deadly shooter like his hero, Michael Jordan. 3. Karl Malone. Excellent Utah Jazz player Karl Malone was formerly second on the NBA's all-time scoring chart. The fact that Malone was also a great scorer doesn't distract from the reality that John Stockton was also a terrific scorer, despite their inextricable connection as greats, the pick and roll. He was a versatile force on the floor, capable of dominating the post, pulling up for a jump shot, and playing the mid-range like Shaquille O'Neal. He was an unstoppable force in the room. Malone was the most complete post scorer in NBA history. 2. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was unparalleled when it came to scoring baskets. However, his greatest contribution was the development of the hook shot, a move that had never been attempted before and has not been replicated since. Because of this, his legacy will be remembered. Jabbar has accomplished a lot by simply holding on to Abdul's record for so long, even though James will eventually break it. 1. LeBron James. Now that he's surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record, LeBron James can be considered one of the most dominant NBA players of all time. With 10.9 seconds left in the third quarter on Tuesday night, the 38-year-old shot a step-back fadeaway jumper from the foul line over Kenrich Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder to surpass Abdul-Jabbar's record of 38,387 points. Performance during the regular season is used to determine official NBA records. James, however, not only scored the most points in a single season, but he also scored the most points in a single season and the playoffs combined. In the playoffs of the previous season, he surpassed Abdul-Jabbar's previous record of 44,149 points. We've reached the end of the list. Which one of these all-time scorers you knew would end up on the list? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you soon with a brand new update.